What is going on? I'm Zedmont, and Cyber Monday has arrived, and with them we get the squad leaders. Pretty darn stoked on that. If you haven't watched my video on that, there are all sorts of suggestions on how to use them on operation attacks and all of the goodness with them. But the Cyber Trader has arrived with a new colored jacket, even, and a hat. Be at ease, I do not human responsible, blah blah blah. New trader. We're gonna see exactly what is going on here, and all of the trades are for powder, which I have heard both good things and bad things about. For me, let's re-roll a couple just to see if we can get anything that isn't for powder. Now, I do not have a lot of powder. I've got 109. I've been playing this game for like 10 years, and I only have 100 powder because I boost 12 basically every single day, and I just can't keep up with my sculpture. Plus, I'm also throwing all of my shards back over here so that I can get armor upgraded. Love getting the armor upgrade. Also, alchemy. Don't really care about alchemy, but I'm throwing my shards back here. So let me know what you think about this Cyber Trader. I've heard some good things. People are apparently excited for these deals. If you've been sitting like a dragon on a powder stash, there are people with like 8 or 10,000 powder. So this Cyber Trader makes a lot of sense because there are people who just save and save and save and would never use it. Kind of like me with those trader tickets, and last year it was all about getting rid of those hero tokens, which was great. Rudy is still supposed to be coming to the main base at some point. Not sure if they've decided to back that off or if they're still balancing him or they're thinking about where to put him. But the fact that they're at least giving people with powder an option, but I would like it if at least like 1 out of 3 of these or 1 out of 9 offered something besides powder. Again, would love to hear your thoughts on that. The squad leaders, I love the squad leaders. They are super interesting. Realistically, for me, it is all about the meat shield. We are going to do an attack using just these guys over here. Let's get you out there. We're going to put the Zooka fan in. I want to see if we can beat an opponent base using just the Zooka fan. Then I'm going to jump into Warships. A little bit of a weird video today just because of the Cyber Trader and where my Warship has been headed of late. And so we're just going to lean into the weirdness. Cyber Monday is almost over, probably, depending on where you are. And I gotta say, I can't wait for it to be gone. Just the sheer amount of spam and advertising and consumerism and grossness that Black Friday has become in Canada anyways. Like, Black Friday was never a thing in Canada, and we had Boxing Day, and it was its own thing, which was mostly like refurbished electronics, to be honest, but you could get a car stereo for a decent price. Hooray. And that's going way back though. Anyways, so Black Friday, it's just like, it's been like a month of prices, and especially on Amazon. Like, Amazon is just an absolute disgusting mess. And I'm on a bit of a rant here, but like, Amazon is just AliExpress. People just order the same crap from AliExpress or Alibaba and then build their fake brand on it, and they jack the prices up. And by the way, if you've never heard of Camel, do go give that a look, because seeing prices that are like 87% off, but all they've done is raise the price and then lower it, is just beyond embarrassing. So mini rant for me, not much of a consumer type. And look at this heavy, look at the heavies just absolutely wrecking Mr. Fox's base as we throw some barrage on there to try to get Mr. Fox some diamonds, because that was not a fair match whatsoever, and they have fallen into that trap. And that's the start of the game. It says you can only have 1 of each type of masterpiece, and this person took it literally. get yourself a Guardian Fox if you're out there watching. I doubt they are, because if they were, they would not have that statue set up. Let's do one more just to see how this Zooka fan is. And again, one more awful base. We are going to bring Brick, though, because getting our Zooka dudes to shoot faster, pretty darn great. We are not going to use those special flares. If you are a player who plays on a tablet and you play with fingers, let me know what you think about those squad leader flares or flags or whatever the heck you want to call them. As someone who plays with my thumbs, I find them to be placed absolutely perfectly. I love where those things are placed. I can keep my attention on my right thumbs for the flares and then my left thumbs for the squad leader flares, and it feels very natural. So would love to hear what you guys think about them if you're playing with fingers or even thumbs for that matter. As ours, look, these guys do pretty good damage. Like that Zooka dude at the back with his fancy gun that does clear mines, apparently, by the way. Just doing some pretty good damage. And clearly it has some shrapnel in behind because some buildings in behind are getting popped as well. And I don't know if my artillery actually managed to kill a heavy or not. So, major nays. My voice sounds major nasally today. A little bit tired. We're going to jump into Warships, though. There's your squad leaders. I've already given you guys an extensive sneak peek. This account did manage to make 17, and this is the dumb account with no clone riflemen, no turrets, and no sky shield, which is just beyond ridiculous. And by the way, with the sky shield, a bunch of you have been saying that the damage from artillery is actually affecting the shield health now, which is quite interesting. And this one I have been saving. You can see we've got 134 there, one more, and oops, sorry, that's not right. 100 there, and then 128 there, plus another 36. We will hopefully have enough to get into Seekers on this account. And I've heard a lot of great feedback from you guys this season because Seekers are not really a thing this season, which has made a lot of you very happy. There's not even really many Seeker split hits, which is super interesting. And now I am going to send all of this stuff in a couple seconds. Now that we've got that heavy that has gone left, those three guys right there are absolute MVPs. So now that they're left, we're going to send you there. Did not plan this attack well at all. And we're just going to send all of that stuff back up that right-hand side with Rudy doing a bunch of damage, with these guys doing a bunch of damage, and now artillery on all of this as we send one more bombing run, and gonna have a half-decent time, but not really all that decent at the same time. So all artilleries, and we're gonna get a 3-minute 8 with a couple rocket choppers down against Mini D. I love seeing names Mini. I assume that means that's their alternate account. And see, this is a proper time. There we go. It's nice to see someone with a proper time. The number of times I've seen people get like 257 against my base makes me a little bit sad. And I think we got a tie. And they've got that GBE. That GBE is becoming more and more prevalent. We got a tie. Okay, I will take that all day, every day. A lot of people going back through the tanks to get that GBE. Also, a lot of people going back for Captain Rudy as more and more of those double sky shields become visible, become prevalent, whatever the heck the word I'm trying to say and failing is. So we're going to send you over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're just going to hang out here for a second. Rudy can handle that whole right-hand side by himself without issue, and now that we've started to clear, I can send those heavies over to that left, hoping they're going to do something useful, and of course they are not. So we're going to have to throw a shock, and then I can get a flare over here, and then Rudy can go over into this neighborhood about now. Don't want him to go too early because then he turns the wrong direction. And I gotta keep throwing shocks because I don't have those beautiful turrets. And so it's just Rudy and the gang, and I don't think anyone else is playing Warships in this exact manner like me, but that's fine because it's kind of neat to be playing a different account that no one else is really playing in this manner. And we got a 3-minute 4. Not all that fast. Made a bunch of mistakes against Asker. And again, you see, like, I don't have sky shields. I don't have... It's just strange that people are getting such slow... I guess it's just the rank. So if you're in rank 16 or below, you can get 17. Please, please reach out. Let me know if you need tips or hits or what, because it just seems like some players are struggling that they probably shouldn't be. Now, I'm just going to go no base design whatsoever. We're just going to grab that engine room right there, and then I'm going to go something like this, and I'm curious to see if I can get up into 18. Now, don't pick the flamethrowers. Obviously, those are going to do nothing against, what are they called? Rocket choppers. I'm going to go with the sniper towers. Machine guns might be the proper answer, but I haven't seen anyone with 2 extra sniper towers yet, simply because sniper towers aren't all that prevalent. And now, let's throw some sniper towers back in here and over in here. I am not redoing this base. There is no way in heck that I'm redoing this base. We're just going to work with what we got here. We got some machine guns. We got some boom cannons. We're going to move this a little bit forward, that a little bit forward. We need to throw some new mines up. Let's throw those right about there. 1, 2, 3. And now, let's see if we can do something with Seekers. Again, Seekers and Rudy split hits are going to be very, very quite strange. I don't think I've ever done Seekers with Rudy, and if I've learned anything across 68 seasons, it's that Seekers are very, very polarizing. So I'm kind of hoping that I fizzle here just so that I can boost those people who hate Seekers a little bit. But do know that I don't have building health on this account. I skipped the critter launchers and the building health and the doom cannon, so people are going to beat me probably faster than I can beat them. But I'd really, really like to get this account up into 18. And I'm also considering going and getting heavy choppers on this account just because no one else is doing it. And that's for good reason, but we might as well give it a go. Now, we're up against a 6, and they've got lots and lots and lots of boom mines towards that back. So I need to get... I'm going to go like that engine room to that engine room and just send them all the way around, I think is my general plan. And we're going to send Rudy here and flare him to there. And then we're going to send a couple more Seekers. And I'm just going to hold a couple of them just in the hopes... I guess I could have used a shock here, hey? We're going to send these guys over here. And then Rudy's going to do his thing. And we're going to throw a shock about there, and then Rudy's going to keep going and clearing more things, and just hoping that, some of them turned. That's terrible. And now Rudy needs to get a move on because all of our Seekers have turned back, and that is less than ideal. Come on, go away, engine room. Yeah, that is not good at all. We have wasted all sorts of gunboat energy, and it is looking very, very much like we are going to fizzle and or not be all that quick. So I'm going to send Rudy back there. I'm going to wait and see exactly where my Seekers are going, and then we're going to throw a shock on that flamethrower because this is an absolute train wreck of a hit. So Seekers do change directions at time, which can be quite frustrating, obviously. We are not going to fizzle, but a 246 is not going to be fast enough. 247. So Seekers, lots of fun to be had, but their targeting mechanisms and the 6 engine room decks means that I'm going to fall out of 17, probably. Yeah, 3-minute 8. So 3-minute 8 with, let's see what you're doing, probably just rocket choppers flying through the base. Oh, they actually had Seekers and rocket choppers. That is super interesting. So, love to see that, and the fact that they can just cut off over here, and maybe that's the direction that I need to go. I'm going to do one more. I will spend a little bit of time messing with Seekers and rocket choppers, see if I can get some decent hits in, but I kind of assume that this account is kind of just so far ridiculously gone that, like, I can't believe that I'm missing out on the turret is my biggest concern. We're gonna send... You guys are gonna go up to there and then around, so I'm gonna just see if I can't send Rudy and the gang over here. We're gonna go like this. And I'm going to send my Seekers up into there, and we're going to go over to there. I need to get a shock out because, oh man, look at that. Rudy is dead. I cannot remember a time where Rudy was dead. That is just beyond awful. We're going to get rid of some of those boom mines because why the heck not? Need to throw a shock. Need to get to this back engine room at some point. More artilleries, and then onto that back engine room. And realistically, should have quite a good time, I think. But we'll find out here in a second or two as our Seekers get onto those back engine rooms. With Rudy being dead, lying in a puddle, we're going to end up with a time of 3 minutes and 12 seconds. So not super duper quick, but there's some fun there to be had. So if you're running an alternate account or you're looking for something to do on your main account, could you imagine losing to Seekers in rank 16? That's just not fair. Regardless, Cyber Trader, Squad Leaders, Warships Season 68, and the winter theme has got to be coming soon, doesn't it? I think it's like December 3rd or 5th or something like that it comes. So lots and lots of fun things to be had. Keep your sculptor going. You're going to need that powder for that Cyber Trader. I will not be getting any of those deals myself, but again, would love to hear your feedback on what you're doing. Also, how your engraver is going. I wanted to show you my operation attack before we leave. Down here, I attacked Callisto. And because I have armor loaded, this flamethrower was doing negative damage. So I intentionally did not shock that flamethrower just for the science. And I love to go to the right-hand side, throw some critters, and get all of those boom cannons. I know a lot of you don't go get those boom cannons, but I just like the extra GBE. And then coming back towards the shore, getting the critters gone, and then flaring along underneath the beach. Long walks on the beach for extra fun, and then sending our troops all the way back. And yes, I know how to do the wrap on the mortar, but for this attack, it was all about the science and getting back in that corner. And I did miss the perfect shock on the mortars, I will fully admit, and I also missed flaring into, I wanted to flare backwards, but then I flared onto the actual mortar, which didn't hurt, but shock, missed the mortar, shockity shock, and then look at the flamethrower, just doing absolutely zero damage, like just nothing. And that is the beautiful thing about the armor. Not sure if that math is being done wrong or not, but if you have a look back here, my armor is decreasing the damage per shot by 43. So that flamethrower, I think it was doing like 37, then it subtracted 43 and got to like -6, and then they added on those negative boosts. I think that's what's happening. And so you end up with like -42 damage, which is silly. I'm guessing that damage in the wrong order, but anyways, that is it for me. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. Like, share, subscribe. More importantly, comment. Let me know what you think so I can pass that feedback along to Supercell. Thanks for coming in. Peace.